Hi. In the previous video, I misspoke and I said bar chart instead of column chart. So when we made this create a shapes a table and a visual in that video, I said it's a bar chart, but actually it's a column chart. So I made the changes here. So now that we have clarified that, let us try to go to the next page. Basically what we want to do today is that we have a slicer up there which is coming from a disconnected table, and we have on the bottom we have two visuals. One is a table visual and another is a bar chart. So whenever we make selections on the slicer, we want to highlight those values in these two visuals. That is the whole idea of today's video. So let us try to go and do it step by step. So let us go to the next page, and in the next page we will try to add a slicer. Again, the slicer should come from a disconnected table. If you remember, in the previous videos we have created a countries table. So we have that disconnected table already at hand. So let us try to drag that country and make it into a slicer. I made that adjustment, and you have a slicer which is coming from a disconnected table, countries table. Great. So next step is that we have to drag a table visual onto the left side of the canvas area. So let us try to do that. Once we do that, we'll try to add data to that table visual. So that way we have those two visuals on this canvas. So let us try to add basically year here. So that or a country name rather. So we'll try to add the country name and also the total sightings. So that way we have a table visual which has a country column which is coming from the UFO Sightings table, and also total sightings. Great. So let us try to add the border, and once we add the border, we will kind of make sure that the visual is popping out. So we have that border and the shadow. Great. Now that that is done, let us try to drag maybe a clustered column chart. Yeah, clustered column chart. Let us try to drag that and try to add data. Rather, not a clustered column chart. I think we have to drag a bar chart. So let us try to make the change. Let us switch it out. Now that we have the bar chart, we have we can start adding the data. So let us try to add to the x-axis. We will try to add so maybe our total sightings. So that makes sense, right? So total sightings is coming here, and we will try to add another data point. We will try to drag the column country name to the y-axis, so that we have those two things appearing there. And let us try to kind of add the border to this table, like we have did many times in the previous videos. Let us use the format painter, and we have those two visuals up there ready. So great, and that is the first step which we have to do. We did. So we dragged the slicer onto the report page and added those two visuals, and like a standard procedure, we'll try to add data labels, but in this case we will also add zoom slider. So I will tell you why we have to add a zoom slider. So for now, let us do that, and let us try to make changes. Let us try to make sure that the data labels are none, so that all those values, actual values, will show up on the x-axis. And similarly for the zoom slider, let us try to add the slider tooltip, so that whenever you drag the slider, you have that value as a tooltip popping up. So that way you know exactly where you have to drag that slider, so to which point. So that is there. So those two things are we have done. And if you click on the any kind of make selections on the slicer, sorry, you don't have any kind of changes here, right? So let us try to make sure that you make the sort axis by country name and ascending, so that both the visuals look the same, the table and the bar chart. So like I said, if you click on any of those country names up top from the disconnected table, countries table, country column, it is not working. So we need something, some kind of conditional format measure. So this is the measure. So we have a condition. We said, hey, if the countries disconnected is highlighted, is filtered, and also selected value from the UFO sightings country name is in values of country's country, then give me yellow color. Otherwise, give me give me light gray color. So that's the whole idea. So let us do that. So once we do that, we can try to use that as a conditional format for both the table and also for the bar chart. So let us go ahead and start making those changes. Let us go to select the visual on the table visual. Let us go to cell elements, and in the cell elements select country name and turn on the background color. And since we have just created a measure, we'll try to pass that measure as the field value. Let us do that, country color highlight. So click OK. Once we do that, we have that highlight color. So now that we have done it for one column, let us try to do it for total sightings too. So that way the total line is highlighted. So let us repeat the same steps, but for now, for the total sightings, let us add the field value, and this is going to come from the country color highlight. Yes, so the left side part is perfect. Now, and whenever you make any kind of selections up top on the slicer, those values are highlighted. This is the first part, right? So we need to do the same thing for the bar chart too. So let us select the bar chart. Let us repeat the steps what we have done. Let us try to use the slider, for example. Like I said, once we have a slider, yes, since the slider x-axis is up to 80,000, once you use the zoom slider, like I said, we can visualize those smaller values. In this case, Australia 602, that's how we could use the slider and make sure that the value is within that range. And again, add those conditional format field value to this visual too. So it's a pretty simple process. Do that. Once you do that, you have those highlight things. So I think we have created a visual report page where we have whenever we select any kind of slicer values, those values are highlighted in both the visuals. I think that is a pretty good thing. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.